She was old and neglected, so we cut her to bare holes and built her up from the ground with our blood, sweat and tears.
So follow our journey as we plan to sail her to new destinations and make lasting memories.
Last week on Sailing Lady Africa, we installed our cabinetry doors as well as made our hatch frames. Ricky started off by removing our table leg to have access to our floor.
So I think you guys saw when we built this area, I didn't fill this initially with foam. I kind of just wanted to see how stiff it would be and everything. And my idea was to have an access to inspect this little hole area. There's not much area under there. But with these holes and cavities that you leave open, it does create a bit of condensation. What I'm going to do is drill a couple of holes. And then I'm going to fill this whole floor here with foam underneath. It's a closed cell urethane foam.
Ricky marked where our bracing had been placed to ensure he didn't drill into it.
I'm just doing some basic volumetric calculations so that we can calculate how much volume have we got in each pocket here, and then I'm going to fill it to calculate how much foam I need. So we got this, and this is polyurethane foam. They use it in boating industry. If you boat guys know that when you open your holes and you get a whole bunch of foam in there, this is the same stuff, except this is a high density, and the reason it's not marked is because I buy it directly from the supplier due to price reasons. You mix the same quantity of this to the same quantity of this, part A, part B, they do a chemical reaction and it expands. Good for doing areas like this where we don't want moisture to form, so we'll do that. And the reason I'm doing it now is because I've tested the floor, everything's perfect, I'm super happy, so I want to seal it in. And I don't have any inspection hatches under this small area. So if you look at underneath our cat, see what it looks like? We've got a V in there that now we just made that V level. And now there's a cavity there, and because I did structural bracing in here, I want it to be filled with foam, and it will also make it a lot stiffer then. So that's the reason why we're doing this. So always wear a pair of gloves with this stuff. The stuff reacts super fast.
I was expecting a lot more action from that, like Ricky told me, and he failed to deliver.
I think I think my calculations were right, 17 liters per side. It's a shit in just that little space.
So was it as action-packed as you described it to me? No.
A bit of a dead one.
I thought it was going to be like fireworks of foam. Was it?
And this stuff's super dependent on the temperatures. Like in any exothermic reaction, the hotter it is, the more aggressive the reaction is. So it's not too hot today, it's like 24 degrees Celsius, and inside the boat's a lot cooler because it's got good insulation.
Once Moses performed his magic trick, our foam started to react a lot. We decided to treat ourselves to a juicy burger at the Nelson Mandela Bay Yacht Club.
Hoe is it, Mos? So lekker. Mooi man. Doing Simone's favorite thing, Sunday after church. We're coming to check out what's happening with the boat. We put in the front window yesterday. So we're hoping nothing moved. We did tape it down and used our VHB on it. So.
Are we going to move our molds? Or
Yeah,
our plugs
put up
to
stuff that we made out of fiberglass away. There she is.
The hatch frame was a little bit stuck, but we managed to wiggle her free.
Well, Ricky's trying to wedge that one out. Let's show you this one. Another hatch cover.
This will be Moses.
that's Moses' first puck. He's fast, young.
Almost.
We are going to remove the headliner. The wind is blowing, so we can't do it outside, so we're going to head off to our house and we're going to cover all our headliner and side panels with vinyl. Once Ricky's arms were a bit tired, it was my turn to give it a go. Ricky and Moses started templating our vinyl and getting them all shaped to be glued. This alone took about half a day. And then it was our favorite time of the day, lunchtime.
I think we've got Moses today shopping with us. We're looking for a press roller to do the contact adhesive with. Let's see if we can get someone that can help us out.
Dat baie tools, man.
Ja, baie tools.
Baie werk.
So mine and Moses' mission was a success. We got a roller, and so after trying, I think that was like a third or fourth store, we got one of these pressure ones, and we actually wanted to use a rolling pin, which would have probably done the same job, but we got the right one now, so we're good. Memos?
Yes.
It's going to be sorted. So get back to the house and get the rest of that stuff glued.
The last of the templating had been done. It was time to start gluing. Our floor looks like this because we needed the space.
That's how much we still have to do. It's a ton of offcuts. These few that are here is pretty much what we've done. So there's like 4 there, and there's 1, 2, 8. So there's about 8, 12 that we've done the whole day, plus marked up and cut them, all of them out already. This honestly is like one of the projects that takes the most time. It really takes a lot of time.
You'd be like, headliner, it doesn't take long. And then it takes the longest.
I take my hat off to anyone that wants to redo their headliner complete, like recut boards, wrap it and everything. We're pretty much doing that, and I say you're in for 2 weeks. Like, if you already have the material and everything, a week if you push it like hardcore. Full 2-3 people, 10 hours a day each, then you can do it in a week on a boat our size. We just over 55 square meters of boat, and I reckon we've done about, I think it's, if I calculate it correctly, around about 35 square meters of vinyling that we need to do. It's a shit ton.
Our tank covers were finally complete and now just need to be installed.
That's our tank covers. That's access for the aft battery compartment, and that one's access to the
Diesel tank.
diesel tank. First one done.
Looking good.
So what I'm using is just one of these fine mohair rollers, and the glue is eating away at it. I mean, it's been 2 days now, but it works pretty well. We had the old contact adhesive that was about a month and a half old in the boat. It had been open for a while, it was a little bit more dry. That didn't work, it left marks once we had wrapped the vinyl. But this one's brand new, much thinner. And I think that's the secret, is getting a thin adhesive, and that lays up really well. And once it's dry, just tack it on, it leaves no marks at all now. So it made a big difference. And we're working in our garage, as you can tell. It's a load of stuff, but it's working out, and we've got to do all these panels. And this is the last panel we're rolling out.
Yeah, it's
It's a lot of work to do these things and to get them right, but check how smooth that is. Check how smooth that is. Not one bump, not one lump. It took a damn long time to get it like that.
Moses was extremely happy to be done with this vinyl process. I started mixing up some epoxy with micro balloons and fumed silica to start filling up the gap between the hull and the window frames to give it a better finish and save us time from doing it when we remove our windows. Ricky was very eager to test out the paint on the parts of the deck we had repaired and epoxied. Man, did she look good.
So what we're doing now is this is the frames that came out of those molds that we built. And now what we're going to do is just make a border spacer, cut it down to size. That's where that line is, and then we'll round the edges. And then these get a sand with a 550 grit, and then we polish them up, or otherwise we'll paint them. So we'll decide whichever we feel like. I mean, it's pretty smooth. It came out quite nice out of the mold. So what they have is this Vitas pump that was connected and had a chain drive system. Depending on the volume that this pump has and the volume of the cylinder will determine if I can go direct. I'd like to go direct, so which means that I mount the steering wheel directly onto here. And that pumps directly. All it does is eliminates the chain. I've got less problems to contest with. And all I can put is a bypass valve that can free flow the cylinder, that if we do lose hydraulics for some reason, I can just bypass it and then just steer by hand, because that bar is connected between the two rudders. We can hand steer there. But what I'm trying to do is just take off all this kind of, this is worse than a MacGyver plan here, and it really didn't work well. So I'm getting rid of that, and then I'm going to work out the volumetrics and see if we can hook it up directly onto there, make it direct drive from there onto our steering wheel. Yeah, that's the post for our steering wheel. What I want to do is just cut a hole into the mount there and mount the wheel directly onto here. Easy to maintain, I can check the fluid all the time and everything. So I reckon that's going to be, and it's a good quality pump. You can see there's one of the Vitas pumps, so it is a marine pump.
You don't want to get rid of that.
Hey?
Definitely don't want to get rid of that.
There's a reason why it's even leaking. I mean, there's not even a copper seal up top here, so it's been peeping out.
I know there must be a bit of room for expansion, but yeah, so.
Stay tuned till next week where we attach the bracket that Ricky turned out of Vesconite and get started on our windows. If you would like to purchase our Boat Builders coin, go check out SV Seeker's website. A link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe below if you haven't already, and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up because it helps us out a lot. If you'd like to contribute to our production and join our amazing patron family, a link is in the description below. Thanks to our 2 awesome new patrons, Torben van Borg and Orville from Sailing Yacht Illusions.